You know, I think what you're saying is perfectly right. I mean, I think in a way, and I think this relates to sort of both fronts of what is a de facto global war that we're witnessing. It's just, that they're essentially indirectly engaging with Russia, attempting to bleed Russia via Ukraine, and that I think, in the Middle East, just as clearly trying to indirectly target China, especially when we consider the latest attacks on Iran. So I think the wider strategy of destabilization of the Middle East and of Iran in particular, and the attempts at regime change in Iran, I think are clearly, also targeted at China, sort of by destabilizing a critical region, especially for energy supplies, especially for China. But at the same time, it's equally irrational, even just from the kind of from this perspective of the self-preservation of Western elites themselves, and the legitimacy of the Western system more in general. It doesn't make much sense to sort of offer this full-throated, blatant support to a live streamed genocide that is happening before the world's eyes, and which is, almost universally condemned across the world. I mean, I think, we can easily estimate that, I don't know, 95% of the human population views this as another disgrace. And so to me, the concept of unipolarity has always been sort of, a concept that I've always considered in a very negative light, because unipolarity is exactly what allowed the US and the West to cause this untold destruction, simply over, just over the past 20 years. But of course, we can go much further back and identify countless examples of wars and, coups and regime changes enacted by the West and by the US across the world, and so so I've been arguing that unipolarity is a problem for a very long time.